Support holds. First progression is going to be in the bars. Two things we're focusing on here is one, depression, so scapular depression, and fighting for that brace underneath the arm. Pecs and lats are the two things that are going to hold the arms down and pack the arm into the torso. So squeezing the newspaper underneath the arm, although that metaphor probably won't work too much longer. And then the second thing we're doing is we're creating tension here and using hip flexors and abs to pick our lower body up. So the first goal is to do reps and holds on the high bars. So feet can come down. Ideally, we're working toward, feet can come down and touch, but we're working toward staying up for our reps and then pausing and holding at the top. We're not going to do any straight leg work here, so it's just going to be tucks and holds on the high bars. The progression then is when they are able, they're going to move down to low bars. So we can use bells or we can use handles, low parallettes. Use heavier bells. I don't have one here, but I would recommend putting them on a mat or something squishy surface to give a little more stability. Otherwise, they can rock around a little bit on the hard surface. But same progression to start here is tucks and holds for reps, progressing to half tucks. So one leg out, one leg tucked, and you can alternate which leg you do on your reps or your sets. So partials, so legs partially extended. Again, reps and holds. And then here we'll finish with that full L sit. Now notice that I'm letting my hips come a little bit behind my arms. For most people, that's going to make it possible to get the L sit. It does not need to be perfectly straight with the hip joint aligned underneath the shoulder, so a little bit of flexion is fine. What we're looking for is that nice long hold up off of the ground. Progression there goes up to the rings. So here we have the same progression as the low bar, finishing up high with our L-sit holds. We will also incorporate turnout with the rings. As soon as one is able to sit your reps and your holds with palms facing forward, again squeezing the upper arm into the ribs to create that control. And then the last progression is back down to the floor, but on flat hands and not with an elevated surface. So here will be an additional progression before both feet are up off of the ground. Just pressing hips up with straight legs and then doing leg lifts and holds. So a single leg lift and hold. And then we move back over to our tucks and holds, tucks and holds, our half tuck and hold, our partials, and then finally all the way out to L-sit. This can progress, I can't show you exactly how to do it, to a V-sit, but Dolores can, so ask Dolores. That's our progression.